Yeah, good evening. It's a good day. We thank the Lord. This is Metamorpho Ministries. I'm here with a great team. So we are discussing the Power of God exclusive, and it's going to be very, really exciting. And I'd like to introduce to you great men of God, uh, and God has blessed them. So we thank God. We have Council Alan. Council Alan, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you, Apostle. Yes.
We have Council Godfrey.
Yes, thank you so much, Apostle. Nice to be here, and we hope we shall have to deliberate very well. Pray for God's.
And we have Engineer Isaac.
Thank you so much, Papa, for inviting us, and we are proud to be part of this exclusive show.
Yeah. And in the stream we have Jonathan.
Yes.
he can only say hi where he is.
Okay, I'm here behind the camera, so stay safe.
So you're welcome to this presentation tonight, and we want to talk about the power of God. You know, for this season we've been talking about walking in dominion. Yeah,
Yes.
walking in dominion as Christians. God wants us to walk in dominion. Yeah. In a contribution plan. Walking in dominion is very important when you are in charge. It becomes a bit disturbing if you're Christian and then you find that your life is on a nosedive. Yeah, every condition that comes your way, you cannot be able to manage. That's a bit terrible. I don't know if you have any experience of yours, any experience in your life where you're a Christian and then you witness some down nosedive kind of life. Have you had something like that?
Obviously, temptations come.
Yeah.
I try to channel here and there,
Mm.
but still, if you're serving God,
Mm.
you have to come back.
You have to come back.
Yes.
So we need to walk in dominion, basically. So the last few weeks we've been dealing with the issues of walking in dominion, and we discovered that part of what we are supposed to do as Christians, we're supposed to walk in dominion, no matter what circumstance it is. We are faced with a lot of things. You're talking about temptation. There are issues on finances. There are issues of health. So all of these things require us to master the game of dominion. What do you think?
Personally, I think if you are a Christian and your life isn't moving in a straight path, you are living a life of, like you see, you are on the skid, you are trying to fall, or everything you touch. Sometimes, as Christians, you find yourself, you are the one in an exam, it comes, you are failing, you find your finances, you have started a business, it is failing, then that shows like you are not in dominion. There is something that must have gone wrong.
You're not in charge.
You are not in charge of your life. You are not in charge. And we can also say that maybe God is also not taking the lead at that. Like you have lived a life away from God. So there is something that must have happened that you need to go back into your life and reflect and to such that you can come back and your life comes back to a straight path or to take the upward trend. Yes.
Yeah. Part of what I've been dealing with in the past weeks is the issue of power. That you cannot talk about Christianity without talking about power.
Yes.
Because Christianity primarily goes with power. Christianity is not an empty shell. It is power. One of the scriptures we are talking about is when Paul was saying that the gospel I preached to you did not come to you in words only, but it came to you in the demonstration of the Spirit and the demonstration of power. So as Christians, one of the things that we must experience on a regular basis, we must experience power. Power is our thing. It's our thing.
That's true.
And when you look at life, you require power. You can't do anything without power.
Yes.
Yes. Because you're saying something.
Yes. Well, what we need to have within our mind is that we are the ones in charge of anything, of everything, of our life, of everything. As the Bible tells us that life and death are in the power of our tongue. So, meaning we have the power to command life, we have the power to command death. And the moment you stand and you command life, that is how we come to see people being healed. That is how we come to see, challenges, us overcoming challenges, because we believe in whatever we say. And actually, if you look at some characters in the Bible and you look at how these people overcame the challenges they were going through, if you can look at the story of Solomon, if you can look at the story of Jacob, among other characters in the Bible, you find though they made a lot of challenges, a lot of waves came on them, but still they had that belief and they had the power to command, to say no to this. And then they had their belief they could say, regardless of the challenges, however much you may say, for forsake God, no, I know my God is working for me. So in most cases, I think we face some of the challenges and they let us down just because we do not have the power, we do not know the power that our tongues carry. We do not know the power that we carry as human beings that we are given by God. So we still have the power, and we shall forever have the power to command, and then we overcome.
The power has been given. That's the reality.
Because when you read in Genesis, you'll find out like when God created man, he gave him dominion over the world. So we possess power over the world and everything that is in the world. So you find, for example, let's take a life of non-believers, people who believe in witchcraft. The way they bewitch us is that they will pick something, speak some words onto that thing.
They call it enchantment.
Yes, they enchant those words. They enchant the things. They can even be leaves that we know, these natural herbs. They enchant them with certain words, and those words do affect our lives. And you find people saying, I have been bewitched, this and this has happened, my life has taken this trend because someone enchanted someone on that.
Yeah, but
So that means that if those people can speak and such things happen, why not us have confidence in the words we speak? Why not have confidence in the actions that we do? Because, for example, one of the reasons as to why we make mistakes financially is you make an investment plan. After investing, you say, I'm going to start a business of selling maybe vehicle spare parts. But because the business has not brought the returns in about 5 months, you say, I didn't look, this was not a wise decision. Even before you can even listen to the voice of God, you say, this wasn't a wise decision. I said, no, let me go to another business. You start following whatever decision, you start following whatever trend that happens, instead of listening to God's voice, or instead of persisting and saying like, if I want to be in charge of this business, let me take charge, let my actions speak. If I've invested this much, let me do actions that will make this business
to
speak
produce.
and produce the
Yes.
returns. Yes, that's what I
You know, it's important. But you know, the one of the points I was raising is that we have been given power.
yes.
But the problem is we are living a Christian life which is minus power.
True.
Isaac is talking about the witches. And one of the things people should understand about witches, whatever witches do, they copied from us. So the Christianity we've believed is a lie. I'm telling you, the one we've believed is a lie because it lacks power. It does. You find born again people running away from a voodoo man. When a voodoo man comes and speaks, a born again person will run away. Who should run away from the other?
And imagine who has power.
Who
over
has
another.
power?
The reverse.
It's because these witchcraft voodoo people they have activated the power, the negative power in their realm. And this is what we need to do.
Yes.
Because Jesus has given us power. Previously, I've been discussing about Moses. When God gave Moses the commission and told him to go and release the children of Israel from Egypt, he never sent him without power, sir. Moses would not go. You get it? Moses told God, if I don't have a sign, these people are not going to believe. And so God gave him a sign. What sign did he give him? He gave him power. What did he tell him? What is in your hand? A rod. Drop it. He dropped it and it became a snake. Then he said, get it by the tail. He got it by the tail. And then it became a, he probably dropped it, it became a rod. Then he dropped it, it became a snake. Then he picked it up again and became a rod. So God was sure that when his people see power, they will follow.
True. That's why if you're a parent in your home, the first example that you are for your family to prosper, for your children to be well mentored and they are shaped into youthful citizens, you must show power to them. You must have power and control over your family.
Yeah.
That's how we come. That's how we come to this. You must have first of all understand.
Yes.
You must first of all understand that if I do certain actions, they will make my children know and believe that I have power over them. For example, if the decisions that you make show your children that this person has control over the family. So if I can decide between what is wrong and bad, what are the choices that these children are going to have? What are their choices? What are some of the things that they are supposed to do? What are the values that they are supposed to cherish? So that's how I have displayed the power over my children. So that can be a direct way how we can see it in our family. So without that power over your family, there is nothing that you can do. There is nothing that one can do without power. Let's look at the judges in courts of law. Good enough, we are some counsel here. So one of the reasons the judge has power over the people that are in that courtroom. That's why when he enters, they will raise respect for whatever decision that he makes.
But the power is constitutional.
Yes, that power is constitutional.
It is not his.
Yes, it is constitutional.
Yes.
But because he has that authority, he knows he's using that power. So now, as Christians, there is the power that we possess.
But now the problem comes in that there is a power available. You've brought a very good example of the judge.
Yes.
The judge has power, and that power has been given to the judge constitutionally to execute, judgment and throw verdicts over. That power is legal.
Yes.
And the same power which the judges use is an example of the power that has been given to us Christians. But the problem with Christians is this, that we know the power has been given constitutionally by God, but we don't use it.
True.
And actually, I think when God was telling Moses to, was showing that power, was showing how Moses can possess that power. Turn the rod into a snake, then a snake back into the rod. Then he was trying to show him, or to show the world, that we as human beings, we can as well have that power, but we expect God to be possessive. Because I believe once God created us, and then he created us in his own image, then he gave us power to go and have dominion over other creatures within the world. And so when he was doing that, he was showing him that indeed you can as well have the power to command something, and then it happens. The same way Jesus was performing miracles. The